Okay, this is going to be a real quick video to show you how to do the drapes down the side of a cake, or the ones that go like a swag from here to here, down to here, and back and forth. And it's really a very simple thing. It's not super complicated. And I will start, I've already started, I've rolled out the gum paste on a pasta roller that's attached to the KitchenAid, but you can do it by hand. You just have to get it as thin as you can because fabric is thin and you want it to look like fabric. This is a 50-50 gum paste fondant combination because it gives you a little bit more stretch if you have the gum paste in it. And you could also just add some Tylose or gum tex or whatever you have on hand to some fondant, and that'll give it a little more stretch. I've taken this down to a 6 on the KitchenAid roller, but you can do it thinner than that if you're having trouble with it tearing. Okay, so roll it out, then take some dowels. These are just regular 1/4 inch dowels that you would use to stack a cake, and put them about, I don't know, like 3/4 of an inch apart. And you take this and put it on the top. You're going to kind of press this down. Now at this point, if it's going to be a longer drape, you can take more dowels and lay them out this way so that it's a longer stretch, but I'm just going to do it from one tier to the other. So I'm going to cut these off, and you want to trim off the edge because that's going to be visible on the cake, possibly. So you want it to look neat. So just trim that off. Okay, and you could do that beforehand, but I like to do it after they're on the dowels so you can see where they're going to be. Okay, so once you get that, just press that down, make sure, and it's tearing a little bit there, but that's okay because it's going to be pressed up. Now you're going to take the dowels and just move them together, and it makes a lovely little pleat. Now you can wait and let this kind of harden up a little bit, but for the most part it will keep its shape. So pinch one end and very carefully just lift that right up off. And pinch the other end, and you can take that and drape it right onto the cake any way you want. So if it's going to do that. If you want to do a long one, you can make a long one and do it all the way down. Let me get this over here. Alright. And usually what I'll do, this is kind of thin, so you could take a second one and put it up against this one so you have two. Now see, that's tearing, but I would roll out a new piece and do a second one up against here. If you're attaching this to a buttercream cake, you want to pipe some buttercream behind it and put this right on top and just kind of press it down in the folds. If you're attaching it to a fondant cake, you can just put water or gum glue or you know, piping gel or whatever you want to use to stick it, and you can just do the same thing, just pipe some, brush some right on the fondant, and you just press this right on. And like I said, you can roll out a second one. Depending on how structured you want this, you can make it look a little looser by widening this up, or you can leave it like this. And I will roll out another one just to show you. I apologize for how loud this is. It's kind of annoying. Get your dowels ready, put that on top. Okay, and this one isn't as long, but I'm just doing it to show you adding the extra one on. So make sure that really has the shape of the dowels, and then press it together. Pinch that, kind of hold it as the shape as you're pulling it off. You pinch that end, then you can put this one right up against this section so that it looks really full, and just pinch that off. See? It's not hard. And then you can just mess around with it. Since it has the gum tex or the gum paste in the fondant, it's going to give you time to work it, and it will be more pliable so you can really mess around with it. So like, see, here's a gap right here. You can just take this and kind of pull it up, nest them in between each other. That makes a really nice looking drape. And it's very simple. All you need are the dowels and just a little practice. You know, I've done this a few times, so the first time you do it, it might be hard to pinch it and pull it up, but it really is not that difficult. So give it a try. It makes a nice look on the cake, and I hope that you have fun.